Aries. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Aries today may exhibit a determined and straightforward attitude in tasks. There's no room for hesitation when it comes to decisions. Clear actions and quick results are preferred. If something doesn't sit right, Aries won't hesitate to speak up, which could lead to conflict if not careful. At work, Aries shows strong leadership, but it would also help to listen to others' suggestions. At home, there's a deep concern for family, with a desire for meaningful moments. In love, passionate but sometimes controlling. And remember, the forces of nature are undeniable, for sudden changes may arrive without warning, so stay calm when unexpected situations arise. Taurus. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Taurus may show a quiet demeanor today, though filled with deep thoughts. Careful with words, Taurus prefers silence unless speaking is necessary. At work, detail-oriented and dislikes rushing, preferring things to be neat and high quality. At home, nurturing, especially toward younger family members. Not jealous by nature but sensitive to others' behavior. Security and a peaceful environment matter most, so a simple, interruption-free day is ideal. In love, sincere and steadfast. And remember, the forces of nature are undeniable, for sudden changes may arrive without warning, so don't let your patience snap too easily. Gemini. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Gemini today may be observant and curious. Loves questions, answers, and conversations, but quickly loses interest if the topic lacks substance. At work, thinks fast and can multitask, but must avoid being scattered. At home, fun to be with and naturally gifted in bringing joy. In love, easily charmed but also easily distracted, balance in emotions is needed. And remember, the forces of nature are undeniable, for sudden changes may arrive without warning, so choose your words wisely and be mindful of the connections you allow into your life. Cancer. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Cancer today may be emotional and deeply understanding. Each gesture carries affection, but when hurt, they remain silent yet deeply affected. At home, attentive and always looking after the family's well-being. At work, caring toward colleagues but dislikes arrogance. Has a strong attachment to memories, so the past may resurface more often today. In love, loyal and self-sacrificing. And remember, the forces of nature are undeniable, for sudden changes may arrive without warning, so take care of your emotions and don't let resentment build up. Leo. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Leo today may exude courage and self-pride. Brave enough to face anything and unafraid to express emotions. At work, seeks recognition for effort and talent but should watch out for being overly critical of others. Within the family, natural leadership and humor make Leo the center of joy. In love, gives intense and wholehearted affection. And remember, the forces of nature are undeniable, for sudden changes may arrive without warning, so be open to feedback and don't let pride overpower reason. Virgo. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Virgo today may show a meticulous and orderly nature. Dislikes mess, chaos, and anything unplanned. Everything must be in its proper place. At work, highly detail-oriented, which can sometimes irritate others if not kept in check. At home, quiet but loving, showing care through actions rather than words. Financially practical, always saving for the future. In love, not always expressive, but loyal and dependable. And remember, the forces of nature are undeniable, for sudden changes may arrive without warning, so try to relax and don't be too strict with yourself. Libra. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Libra today may exhibit a calm and balanced approach in every situation. Often thoughtful before speaking, you are mindful of others' feelings. In work matters, you communicate well and know how to listen to the opinions of colleagues. Within the family, you're ready to understand and support, even when you carry your own burdens. Financially, you are cautious and think carefully before spending. And remember, the natural rhythm of the world cannot be stopped, so in every decision, always be wise and mindful. Scorpio. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Scorpio today is best represented by quiet creativity. You have firm thoughts you don't immediately share, but you know when to act. At work, you prefer to stay silent and finish tasks rather than engage in noise or drama. In relationships, you are sincere and genuine, though you don't easily show your feelings. Financially, you're prudent and not easily tempted by fleeting luxuries. And remember, the movements of nature are full of mysteries, so always be discerning and ready for sudden changes. Sagittarius. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Sagittarius today will be cheerful yet thoughtful. You enjoy interacting with people, but also know when to withdraw and reflect on your life goals. At work, you're bold and unafraid to try new things. In the family, each member serves as inspiration to keep pursuing your dreams. In financial matters, you know how to strike a balance between needs and enjoyment. And remember, nature holds a force that can change everything in an instant, so never forget to stay alert and resilient. Capricorn. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Capricorn today takes things seriously and avoids wasting time. You stand firmly by your plans and don't let emotions take control. At work, you rarely ask for help but are always reliable. At home, even if you're quiet, you're always finding ways to support others. Financially, you're skilled at planning and preparing for the future. And remember, nature doesn't always give warnings, so being cautious and responsible is always essential. Aquarius. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Aquarius today may be open to new ideas while staying firm in your beliefs. You enjoy thinking innovatively and are unafraid of change. At work, you have unique approaches to problems and can bring new hope. In your family, you are nurturing and genuinely concerned about everyone's well-being. Financially, you're capable of planning, though sometimes tempted by sudden expenses. And remember, nature is never constant, so be cautious with sudden decisions and understand the true value of every step you take. Pisces. According to the signs brought by the movements of nature, Pisces today is more attuned to others' emotions. You're compassionate and always ready to listen to others' troubles. At work, you perform quietly but your ideas run deep, and you rarely show your exhaustion. In the family, you're sensitive and observant of who needs care. In financial matters, you're generous but must also prioritize your own well-being. And remember, the movement of nature is like a wave, sometimes gentle, sometimes strong, so a balanced heart and mind are essential in everything you do.